After months of talks between European countries, the EU decided not to ban imports of South African citrus fruit in order to contain the black spot fungal disease. The EU will instead impose strict quality controls like sampling and border checks. Earlier this year, the EU placed a symbolic ban on citrus imports from South Africa before harvests began, after several dozens of cases of black spot were detected.
Frankly speaking, we didn't have any real cooperation from the South African side and want to find a solution because we had an issue and some concerns in some member states. But now we have a new harvest season, which is about to start. The EU imports 1/3 of its oranges and citrus fruits from South Africa. So on the basis of a scientific assessment made by an EU agency, we put together some very stringent measures which will have to be applied by South Africa, and for us it's going to make sure that no contamination could be possible in the future in the EU.
It came as good news for South African producers about to start exporting to Europe en masse. The summer months are when Europe's citrus fruit season ends, meaning shops rely heavily on imports from South Africa to fill their shelves. But some southern European countries like Spain are still calling for an outright ban, fearful that a potential outbreak of black spot could wipe out production and affect the local economy.
We cannot allow that this disease, which could have very serious effects in the European Union, to enter. We don't have the tools nor funds to fight this disease in Europe. That's why we're very worried about a possible outbreak of this plague in Europe.
The new controls will come at a cost, though, to South African farmers.
Any fruit that is exported to Europe has to undergo a series of additional tests and analyses, and these obviously come at a cost to the industry and also at a cost to the official authorities in South Africa.
South Africa is now under the microscope to implement the new controls, or producers could face a renewed ban on exports to the EU. Sandra Gathmann, CCTV, Brussels.